Shalom, Yasharala. This is your brother Dawada from GMS St. Petersburg, Florida, coming back at you with this here truth again. First and foremost, I want to give all praise unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Rakak Wadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that taught us this truth and that rule well. And salutation and much love for Yakin pushing his truth and sincerity on the four corners of the earth and enduring afflictions to feed and edify the elect. All right, so I'm going to jump into this here lesson, which is a response to this GMS coon hunting. All right, we're going to set the record straight according to the scriptures, what the scriptures say. All right, so we're going to jump right into it in the book of Jeremiah, chapter 16, verse 16. It says, Behold, I will send for many fishers, saith Yahweh, and they shall fish them. And after will I send for many hunters, and they shall hunt them from every mountain and from every hill and out of the holes of the rocks. All right, so right now the Most High has his fishermen out there right now. All right, you got the men of the Lord that's on the highways and the byways and putting up these video epistles trying to fish the elect. All right. But here it says, then will I send for many hunters, and they shall hunt them from every mountain and from every hill and out of the holes of the rocks. All right. So talking about GMS coon hunting, hey, man, a real hunt going to be on when the Most High turn his fishermen. All right. Which we patiently and humbly waiting. All right. Until this time come. But soon he's going to turn those fishermen into hunters. All right, then the hunters are these hunters are going to be hunting out these Edomites and the rest of these damn nations, but mainly these Edomites. All right. So from there, we're going to go to Zephaniah 3 and 8. It says, therefore, we're going to find out when this is all going to happen. It says, therefore, wait ye upon me, saith Yahweh, until the day that I rise up to the prey. For my determination is to gather the nations, that I may assemble the kingdoms, and to pour upon them my indignation, even all my fierce anger, for all the earth shall be devoured with the fire of my jealousy. All right. So the Most High saying, look, wait ye upon me. All right. Till the day he rises up to the prey. All right. Because his determination is to gather the nations. All right. Giving us a time frame. So not to go too far off topic. This is Isaiah 63 and 1. It says, who is this that cometh from Edom? All right. The so-called white man. Who is this that cometh from Edom with dyed garments from Basra? This that is glorious in his apparel, traveling in the greatness of his strength, that I speak in righteousness, mighty to save. Wherefore art thou red in thy apparel, and thy garments like him that treadeth the wine fat? I have tread in the winepress alone, and of the people there was none with me. For I will tread them in my anger, and trample them in my fury, and their blood shall be sprinkled upon my garments, and I will stain all my raiments. All right. So basically, this is like Yahweh Shah saying, look, they was asking like a rhetorical question, like, who is this, that's covered in all this? They use the analogy of the wine fats, like they covered in grape juice, basically. You know what I'm saying? They got a long white garment and they stomping out the grapes. You know what I'm saying? So the bottom of the garment is dyed from the grape juice, right? Basically, it's the same way. If you stomping some people out, you cover in their damn blood, right? This is the analogy that's being given. All right. Verse 4, for the day of vengeance is in my heart, and the year of my redeem is come. All right. So basically, this is what's in Yahweh Shah's heart, who he waiting on. He meditating on this all day long. All right. Verse 5, I looked and there was none to help, and I wondered that there was none to uphold. Therefore, my own arm brought salvation unto me, and my fury it upheld me. And I will tread down the people in my anger and make them drunk in my fury, and I will bring down their strength to the earth. All right. So this is what's coming for you so-called Edomites, man. Yahweh Shah saying, look, wait until I rise up to the prey. All right. I'm going to give you that first shot and then we're going to be good to go. All right. Because he said his determination is to gather the nations real quick. We can touch on that in Joel 3. All right. Joel 3 and 2. I will gather all nations and bring them down to the valley of Yahweh Shaphat and will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations and part of my land. All right. So basically, the scriptures is basically saying, look, it's going to be a time and a place where basically Yahweh is going to send Yahweh Shah. All right. And he's going to be with the elect, and they're going to basically be running, hunting and running through these damn Edomites. All right. So from there, we're going to go to Jeremiah 30 and 16. It says, therefore, all they that devour thee shall be devoured. All right. And all thy adversaries, every one of them shall go into captivity, and they that spoil thee shall be a spoil, and all they that prey upon thee will I give for a prey. All right, so let's go back through this and we're going to get some precepts off all this. This is all self-explanatory. All they that devour thee shall be devoured. The so-called white man is devouring us. All right, all thy adversaries, every one of them shall go into captivity. All right, so it's making a reference here. All right, so let's go get basically the same thing in Revelation 13:10. It says, he that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. All right, so the ones that took us into slavery, they're going to go into slavery. All right. He that killed with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here's the patience and the faith of the saints. And yeah, we patiently waiting on this right now. All right. So we was just reading about he that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity, and all thy adversaries, that fought against us and that devoured us, all these things going to come back onto them. All right. This is Isaiah 14:1. For Yahweh will have mercy on Jacob and will yet choose Israel and set them in their own land, and strangers shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob. Talking about the basically these are the strangers of the Israelites. These are all Israelites. All right. Like we say, let's say, for instance, the so-called Negroes is what? The tribe of Judah. Right. Well, not all of Judah is going to be over here in America just like that, because we were scattered in the four corners of the earth. So you might have some people from the tribe of Judah that look like Moabites in China. You know what I'm saying? But what? Going into the confusion of faces. All right. You might have some somebody that look like a so-called white man, that's actually out of the tribe of Judah. All right. So these strangers are going to be coming to the house of Israel. But going down to verse 2, and the people shall take them and bring them to their place. All right. This is talking about, the Israelites taking these other nations. All right. And the house of Israel shall possess them. All right. These other nations, and the land of Yahweh for servants and handmaidens. All right. So we about to have these slaves, and we're going to find out who our slaves are going to be. And they shall take them captives, all right, whose captives they were, and they shall rule over their oppressors. So like we was just reading in Jeremiah and in Revelations, it says here they shall take them captives whose captives they were. Revelation said, he that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. All right. So basically, this is going, it's going to be the tables being turned. All right. All these things is coming, basically down on these Edomites. All right. I'm going to the book of Ezekiel 9:4. I'm starting verse 4. And Yahweh said, go through the midst. And Yahweh said unto him, go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark on the foreheads of the men that sigh and cry for all the abominations that be done thereof in the midst thereof. So basically that mark is a mark of exemption from judgment. All right. This is going to be for the elect, and the 1/3 and 144,000. But the rest of them, verse 5, and to the others he said in my hearing, go ye after him through the city, and smite, let not your eyes spare, neither have ye any pity. Slay utterly old and young, both maid and little children and women, but come not near any man upon whom is the mark, and begin at my sanctuary. Then they began at the ancient men which were before the house. And he said unto them, defile the house and fill the courts with the slain. Go ye forth. And he went forth and slew the city. So basically, where it says begin at the ancient men, this, going into 2/3 of our people going to be cut off first and foremost. We're going to have 2/3 of our people cut off, but nevertheless, everybody else beyond this is going to be a terminate on sight order. Basically, if you're not of this elect, your ass is grass, So from there, we're going to go to the book of Micah. Start Micah 5, and I'm going to start at verse 7. And the remnant of Jacob shall be in the midst of many people, as the dew from Yahweh, as the showers upon the grass, that tarrieth not for man, nor that waiteth for the son of men. All right. So, this is like a Jake analogy where we be like, man, I'm about to be all on your ass like white on rice. Basically, you completely covered, It's very hard to find a piece of the rice that's not white. The whole rice is white, right? So it's just like, in the morning when you wake up, you go outside to the lawn, the whole lawn is wet. It's not really a part of the lawn that's not wet because the dew didn't set down on all the grass. So just like how, Jake say we're going to be all on your ass like white on rice, that's how we're going to be up on these damn heathen and these Edomites, all right? It says, and the remnant of Jacob shall be in the midst of many people, as the dew from Yahweh, as the showers upon the grass, that tarrieth not for man, nor waiteth for the son of men. And the remnant of Jacob shall be among the Gentiles, in the midst of many people. Now this word Gentiles is going into the rest of these other nations, not Israelites. All right. And the remnant of Jacob shall be among the Gentiles in the midst of many people, as a lion among the beasts of the forest, as a young lion among the flock of sheep, who if he go through both treadeth down and teareth into pieces, and none can deliver. So basically it's like, you're gonna have the ones of the remnant of Israel, all right, that's gonna be running through these other nations, all right. So I like to say, man, we gonna run through them like a goddamn laxative through a fat bitch, you know what I'm saying? Or somebody with just mad diarrhea, you can't even breathe, that part, it's gonna be just like that. But the analogy they giving is like a hungry ass lion running through a flock of sheep. The sheep can't defend themselves. They can't stop it from coming. They can't do nothing. The lion gonna just go through and just run through all their ass. All right. That's what it's gonna be like. All right. So you want to talk about GMS coon hunting? Y'all just going out on, riding around in your little cars, videotaping and basically making an ass out of your own self, showing the whole world how dumb you are and that you are the Edomites. All right. That's not really hunting and nothing. All right. But when we start hunting, it's going to be, it's going to be, how they say, it's going to get medieval on your ass, or fuck it, it's going to get Levitical on your ass. You know what I'm saying? You're going to go old school on your ass and just start putting people to death left and right, man. It's going to be just like the Most High in the old days. All right. Verse 9, thy hand shall be lifted up upon thy adversaries, and all thy enemies shall be cut off. All right. So when we talk about all our enemies, who's all of our enemies? Our enemies are who? The Edomites, primarily. They're our number one enemy. So what's going to happen to them? They're going to be cut off. All right. Let me jump down to verse 15. And I will execute vengeance and anger and fury upon the heathen, such as they have not heard. All right. So the so-called white man is part of this heathen. All right. So, but see, he didn't heard of cargo slave ships, tight packing, the Gatling gun, the Hotchkiss gun, smallpox, gator bait, C-sections, cutting babies out, smashing them on trees and shit, smallpox, chemical warfare, bio warfare. So-called white man know how to kill with just a fucking art style. But guess what? Out of all the shit he done did, the Most High finna come and put it on his ass like he ain't never heard. He be like, oh shit, I didn't even kill a motherfucker like that. You know what I'm saying? The Most High said, hey man, let me see if I can find that real quick, because there's some crazy shit. Right here, this is Deuteronomy 32 and 39. See now that I, even I am he, and there is no God with me. I kill and I make alive. I wound and I heal. Neither is there any that can deliver out of my hand. So, bruh, he said he gonna execute this judgment on your ass like you have not ever heard of. All right, just imagine that shit. That's some cold. That's a cold. Like if this was a rap song, that's a cold bar. See now that I, even I am he, and there's no God with me. I kill and I make alive. Imagine putting these goddamn heathen to death and bringing their ass back to life. You see what I'm saying? Taking one of these damn heathen and throwing them off a goddamn building as they scared right before they hit the damn ground. All that feeling they finna get hit the ground. Bow, they dead. Then you bring his ass back to life with the same memory of falling and put his ass back to death again. You see what I'm saying? There's gonna be some shit you ain't never even heard of, man. The Most High's got some shit for your ass, man. We not gonna be coming at you at the regular way y'all doing. Y'all just put somebody to death, shoot them, hang them, or whatever, whatnot. You know, you thought you kind of got a little creative when you try to take Jake and barbecue their ass, lynch him and barbecue him, chain him to trees and burn him up. Bro, it's gonna be way different for your ass. This shit's gonna be unheard of. All right. Let me go back to that real quick. Micah 5 and 15. And I will execute vengeance and anger and fury upon the heathen, such as they have not heard. So it's gonna be some unheard of type of shit that's gonna be coming down on you goddamn Edomites. All right. So going to Ezekiel 25 and verse 12. All right. Thus saith Yahweh power, because that Edom have dealt against the house of Judah by taking vengeance, coon hunting, like really coon hunting, picnicking, picking a nigga and barbecuing his ass. All right. And all the different things that you've done, and have greatly offended and revenged himself upon them. Therefore, thus saith Yahweh power, I will also stretch out my hand upon Edom, which is the so-called white man, and cut off man and beast from it, and I will make it desolate from Teman, and they of Dedan shall fall by the sword. Verse 14, and I will lay my vengeance upon Edom by the hand of my people Israel. All right, so the Israelites is going to be going Edomite hunting real soon. All right, And it's going to be the Most High's vengeance. And it, all right. So let me go back to 14. And I will lay my vengeance upon Edom by the hand of my people, and they shall do in Edom according to mine anger and according to my fury. And they shall know my vengeance, saith Yahweh. So the Most High is going to put his spirit upon the Israelites to execute this here judgment and vengeance on Esau, Edom. All right, for repaying Edom back for all the things that not only did they done to us, the Israelites, but also what they done to the Most High's children. All right, you touched the apple of his eye. All right, it's one thing like, you know, if you got a little kid or whatever, whatnot, and somebody do something to your kid, the kid, you like, say somebody hit your kid. Now your kid is hurt because they got punched in the face. Yeah, they feel that. You don't necessarily feel it, but you offended because they didn't punch your kid, right? Not only did you punch us in the face and we feel it when we hurt, but yet the Most High is like, yo, what you doing to my kid over there, bruh? Yo, you gonna have to pay for that. Don't you put your hands on my kid. That's the apple of my eye. All right. So from here, we're gonna go to actually, let me go back there. I think there was one more verse I wanted to grab. This is Ezekiel 25:17. And I will execute great vengeance upon them with furious rebukes, and they shall know that I am Yahweh when I will lay my vengeance upon them. All right, and that's part of that famous Samuel L. Jackson line that he'd be reading in Pulp Fiction. I didn't try searching high and low for what he was reading, but you know, he pieced together some stuff. But this is part of the verse that he was reading before he would kill a person. He says, Ezekiel 25:17, and I will execute great vengeance upon them with furious rebukes, and they shall know that I am Yahweh when I shall lay my vengeance upon them. All right, so all these damn Edomites over here blaspheming. And let me actually grab some of that real quick. Obadiah 1:13, I think. Nah. Might be a little higher. Actually, that's in Ezekiel 35, where it says, ye have boasted with your mouth, and I've heard them. All right, but let me go to Obadiah 1:10 real fast while I'm here. It says, for thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee. Thou shalt be cut off forever. So the Most High said, look, you Edomites going to be cut off forever for the things that you've done to the Israelites. Let me jump down to verse 18. And the house of Jacob, which are the Israelites, shall be a fire. And the house of Joseph, which are the Israelites as well, is basically going into the two different kingdoms, basically saying Israel. All right, shall be a flame for the house of Esau. Salakia. The house of Jacob shall be a fire, and the house of Joseph a flame, and the house of Esau for stubble. All right, and so basically this is an analogy saying like, look, Esau gonna be the leaves, and the Israelites gonna be the fire and the gas, and we finna burn his ass up, you know. And they shall kindle in them and shall devour them, and there shall not be any remaining of the house of Esau, for Yahweh have spoken it. All right, so if there ain't gonna be none remaining, that means we got to hunt them all down and find all their asses. All right, let me jump down to verse 21. And saviors shall come up on Mount Zion to judge the mount of Esau, and the kingdom shall be Yahweh. So what, the Israelites is gonna come up to judge all of Esau. All right, so these Edomites, like we keep reading, the Edomites gonna basically be judged, you know, by the Israelites and by the Most High, well, Yahweh and the angels and the chariots, all right? And these other nations, thermonuclear missiles. But yet and still, they're talking about going GMS coon hunting. But yet, you Edomites is going to be the number one hunted thing on the planet Earth. Let me see, where is that? Damn. It's in Isaiah. Yep, Isaiah 13. I'm going to say 14. Isaiah 13 and 14. It says, and it shall be as a chased roe, as a sheep that no man taketh up. They shall every man turn to his own people and flee into his own house. All right. So everyone that is found shall be thrust through, and everyone that is joined unto them shall fall by the sword. Their children shall be dashed into pieces before their eyes. Their houses shall be spoiled, and their wives ravished. All right. Talking about these damn Edomites, man. These Edomites is about to be ran through. All right. They're going to be ran completely through, man. Let me go back to let me see. Actually, I'm gonna go to just Isaiah 60, and we can close out after that. Just to the point, Isaiah 60 and I think 10. Yep. This is Isaiah 60 and 10. The sons of strangers shall build up thy walls, their king shall minister unto thee. For in my wrath I smote thee, but in my favor have I had mercy on thee. So it says, the sons of strangers shall build up thy walls, and their king shall minister unto thee. All right, so think back in the slavery times, right? When we came over here, that's what we was doing unto them. All right. We was building up America. You know how they say slaves built the White House. All right. And then it says also, and their king shall minister unto thee. So the higher ups, the nobles or whatever, whatnot is ministering unto them or giving them so-called advice, i.e. like in the George Bush, what do you call that shit? George Bush, his little reign in office, right? One of his cabinet members was Colin Powell, just like with Daniel and Babylon. You see what I'm saying? Or on lower levels, you know what I'm saying? When they need servants or services done, you know, maids, babysitters and things like that, cooks and stuff, they always go to Jake. Jake is the one that's taking care of them. All right. But this is the flip flop to that. This is going to be them doing this unto us. It says, and the sons of strangers shall build up thy walls, and their king shall minister unto thee. For my wrath I smote thee, but in my favor will I have mercy on thee. Therefore thy gates shall be open continually. They shall not be shut day nor night, that men may bring unto thee the forces of the Gentiles, and that their kings might be brought. So we're going to be like Walmart. We're going to be open 24 hours a day. Our doors we ain't going to have a lock on our doors. It's like, fuck a door. We're going to need our shit. We're going to be open all damn day long, 24 hours a day, bro. Bring me your money. Like we going to Walmart 24 hours a day, spending money to them, making them rich. They're going to be doing the same thing to us. We're going to have a metaphoric Walmart being open. They're going to be coming in day after day after day, day and night, bringing in the forces of the Gentiles that their kings might be brought. All right. For what? For service. They're going to be serving us. These are going to be slaves. This is going to be the new slave trade, the new slave route. All right. It says, shit, like back in the days, if you look up the gates of no return, that was where we got on the slave ships to be brought over here. And those gates was open continually until, you know, they stopped the slave trade, that we was just the forces of the Israelites was being brought over to serve the Edomites. All right. It's going to be like that in reverse. It says, for the nation and the kingdom that will not serve thee shall perish. Yea, those nations shall be utterly wasted. And we know at the end all be all, only Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, is going to be the only one that's going to be exterminated at the very end. He's got to serve out his 1,000 years of captivity and slavery. Then he's going to be exterminated. All right. Let me jump down to verse 14. The sons of them that afflicted thee shall come bending unto thee, and all they that despise thee shall bow themselves down at the soles of thy feet, and shall call thee the city of Yahweh, the Zion of the Holy One of Israel. So it says, the son of them that afflicted thee shall come bending unto thee, and all they that despise thee shall bow down at the soles of thy feet. Basically, just like how we know of if somebody bowing down, you know, bow down to the king, that's what they're going to be doing. All right. That's what these Edomites is going to be doing in these other nations. They're going to be bowing down, kissing your feet. All right. Verse 15, whereas thou hast been forsaken and hated, so that no man went through thee, I will make thee in eternal excellency and the joy of many generations. Thou shalt also suck the milk of the Gentiles, and shall suck the breast of kings, that thou shalt know that I am Yahweh, and am thy savior and redeemer, the mighty one of Jacob. All right. So to suck the breast, right? Like a baby being breastfed, right, is getting nourishment, being built up, right, being sustained, right? So metaphorically, if we suck in the breast of kings, they got the best nourishment, resources, and things like that. So we're going to be getting this stuff from them. All right. It's like, you know, Jake in the hood, they go rob from their neighbor. Like, bro, we didn't hit this nigga up. You know what I'm saying? We didn't rob his ass for $32. That's all he had. But shit, you go rob one of the Rothschilds, you liable to get $3,200 trillion. You see what I'm saying? We're going to be getting the best of the best. We're going to get it all, really, but we're going to get the best of the best. Let me continue on reading. Verse 17. For brass will I bring gold, and for iron I will bring silver, and for wood, brass, for stone, iron, I will make thy officers peace, and thy exactors righteous. All right. You know, just to add in there, we're going to be getting the best of the best from these damn people. All right. But nevertheless, man, this GMS coon hunting, hey, man, your little laugh, you know, like the scripture say, rejoice and be glad, O daughters of Edom. You know, that's only going to last for a short amount of time, man. We patiently waiting to be turned from fishers into hunters. All right. And there's an exceedingly great army that's being raised up right here in the midst of Babylon that's going to run through these damn Edomites and these rest of these nations. All right. Soon, like the scriptures say, let me close out with that. We opened up with it. We close out with it. Jeremiah 16:16. It says, behold, I will send for many fishers, saith Yahweh, and they shall fish them. And after I will send for many hunters, and they shall hunt them from every mountain and from every hill and out of the holes of the rocks. And with that, Lord, when this lesson was edifying into the elect, until next time I say, call halal Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shah, Bahashim, Rakah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone that taught us this truth and that rule well. And salutation and much love for you, Akim, pushing this truth and sincerity in the four corners of the earth and enduring afflictions to feed and edify the elect. Until next time, I say stay strong and shalom.